Welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am JP Dimri, retired professor of Russian, Center for Russian Studies, English and Foreign Languages University, Hyderabad. Today, I shall speak on in Indian grammatical tradition, Paninian linguistics. The module title is the Ashtadhyayi, Structure and Arrangement. The objective of this course is to introduce participants, students to the work of Panini called Ashtadhyayi. Panini's work is called Ashtadhyayi. The Ashtadhyayi is also called Ashtaka, Paniniyam, Vritti Sutra and Akalaka. Ashtadhyayi has 8 adhyayas. That is to say 8 chapters or books. Each adhyaya has 4 padas, 4 quarter chapters. Each pada has a certain number of sutra, rules. For instance, Ashtadhyayi 111 means Sutra 1 of Pada 1 of Adhyaya 1 of Ashtadhyayi. Ashtadhyayi has about 4,000 sutras. During Panini's time, this was the style. So works were framed in sutra style. Sutra style. The text of Ashtadhyayi has been handed down almost intact by the method of oral transmission. The observation made by the Chinese traveler Huan San of 7th century AD is important. I quote from Vidyanivas Mishra, quote, and so from that time masters have received it and handed it down in its completeness for the good of the world, quote, unclosed. A sutra is defined as follows: Alpaksharam asandigdam saravat vishruto mukham astovam anavadyancha sutram sutravido vidu. A sutra has alpaksharam, minimum number of words, or it is brief. Asandigdam means non-ambiguous. Saravat means concise. Vishwato mukham means it is universally applicable or it is comprehensive. Astovam means impersonal. Anavadyam means objective. So a sutra is brief, unambiguous, concise, comprehensive, impersonal and objective. Now we shall talk about the composition of Ashtadhyayi. Ashtadhyayi has 4 parts. First, 4 Pratyahara Sutras. Second, Sutra Patha. Third, Gana Patha. And 4, Dhatu Patha. Pratyahara Sutras are 14 in number. They are given at the beginning of the Ashtadhyayi and they are an integral part of the Ashtadhyayi. We shall talk about Pratyahara Sutras later on separately. Sutra Patha comprises the main body of the description. Sutra Patha is a list of rules spread over the 8 adhyayas of the Ashtadhyayi. Their number is about 4,000. According to the author of Sarva Siddhanta Chandrika, number of sutras is 3,981. Siddhanta Kaumati has 3,965. Vyutlinga's edition of the Ashtadhyayi has 3,983. Kashika has 3,983. Now let us see the distribution of these sutras in 8 adhyayas as follows. Adhyaya 1, the Pada 1 has 75 sutras, Pada 2 has 73 sutras, Pada 3 has 93 and Pada 4 has 110. The total is 351 sutras in Adhyaya 1. Adhyaya 2, Pada 1 has 72 sutras, Pada 2 has 38 sutras, Pada 3 has 73 sutras, Pada 4 has 83 sutras. Total sutras are 268. Adhyaya 3, Pada 1 has 150 sutras, Pada 2 has 188 sutras, Pada 3 has 176 sutras, Pada 4 has 117 sutras, and all the total is 631 sutras. Fourth Adhyaya has the Pada 1 has 178, Pada 2 has 145, Pada 3 has 168, Pada 4 has 144, or the total is 635. Adhyaya 5 has 5. The Pada 1 has 136 sutras, Pada 2 has 140 sutras, Pada 3 has 119 sutras, Pada 4 has 16 sutras. The total number of sutras are 555. Adhyaya 6. Pada 1 has 223 sutras, Pada 2 has 199 sutras, Pada 3 has 139 sutras, Pada 4 has 175 sutras. The total number of sutras are 736. Adhyaya 7. Pada 1 has 103 sutras, Pada 2 has 118 sutras, Pada 3 has 120 sutras, Pada 4 has 97 sutras. The total number of sutras are 438. Adhyaya 8. Pada 1 has 74 sutras, Pada 2 has 108 sutras, Pada 3 has 119 sutras, and Pada 4 has 68 sutras. The total sutras are 369. As was mentioned that Pani composed his work in the sutra style. The sutra is a rule, it is also called an aphorisma. A sutra, as Vidyanivas points out, is marked by the following features. First, an absence of verb predicates which are either implied or expressed by the non-verbal predicate. Second, a careful avoidance of repetition of the same term in a string. Third, use of technical terms which are defined in the introduction and which are pertinent only for the particular subject. Fourth, use of technical devices which help in making out the sense. And fifth, abstraction from a series of observations through categorizations. Unquote. For example, the Sutra Vriddhiradaj 111. This is the Sutra 1 of Pada 1 of Adhyaya 1. This sutra has 3 words, Vriddhi, At, and H. All the 3 are technical terms. It has no predicate. The sutra means At and H are called Vriddhi. So the verb has to be implied. This is the first rule of Pani's Ashtadhyaya. Ashtadhyaya does not have the illustrations. It is believed that Pani wrote a commentary on the Ashtadhyaya which was called Saupajya Vritti. But this commentary was lost. He must have given examples and counter-examples in this commentary to explain the sutras. As was mentioned that Patanjali's Mahavashya is the first available commentary on the Ashtadhyaya. Now, the Ganapatha. Ganapatha is the list of 261 groups of words, non-verbal stems or nominal stems. These groups can be divided into 2. The group which have fixed set of members and the groups which are open-ended. This group is called Akriti-gana, a class based on the shape of members. In the second group, only a few typical members are listed. To this group, non-verbal stems with similar behavior can be added, found in the usage. In the Ganapatha, one can find a representative list of towns, villages, schools, and branches of Vedas, important family names, gotras, etc. The Dhatupatha. Dhatupatha is a list of about 2000 roots of the Sanskrit language grouped into 10 ganas, classes. The roots in the Dhatupatha are given with their meaning. For example, Bhu Sattayam, the root Bhu in the sense of being, or Vid Jnane, the root Vid in the sense of knowledge. There are 3 other texts connected with the Ashtadhyaya. These texts discuss topics that have not been covered by the Ashtadhyaya. These texts are Unadi Sutra, Fit Sutra, and Linga Anusasana. The dates and the authorship of these texts are difficult to predict. These texts are included in the Siddhanta Kaumudi. The Unari Sutras included in the Siddhanta Kaumudi are divided into Panchpadas, 5 sections. The number of the Unari Sutras is 748. The Unari Sutras are entitled so that they start with the sutra which begins suffix un to some roots. So the sutra reads as Kri Va Pa Ji Ma Swadi Sadhya Subhya Un. So the word Karu, sculpture, is derived from the root Kri, to do, by adding the Unari suffix Un by this sutra. The last sutra of the section 5 of the Unari Sutras is Mangalach. The word Mangalam, auspicious, is derived from the root Mangi by adding the suffix Alach by this sutra. The fifth sutras deal with the accent of underived nominal stems. As was said that the Siddhanta Kaumudi lists the fifth sutras. It is divided into 4 padas. The authorship of the fifth sutras is attributed to Shantanava. At the end of the 4th pada it says Iti Shantanavacharya Pranitesu Fitsutresu Tuliyah Padaha. Here ends the 4th section of the Fifth Sutras composed by Acharya Shantanava. The first sutra of the word states Fisonta Udattaha. This is the general rule which states the last vowel of a nominal stem is accentual. The Linganusasana deals with the rules of assigning the gender to underived nominals. The Siddhanta Kaumudi lists the Linganusasana. The Linganusasana is divided into the following sections. First, Striyadhikara, section dealing with the rules of the feminine gender. Pumlingadhikara, section dealing with the rules of the masculine gender. Napumsankadhikara, section dealing with the rules of the neuter gender. Tripumsadhikara, section dealing with the nominals belonging to both feminine and masculine genders. Punnapunchakadhikara, sections dealing with the nominals belonging to both masculine and neuter gender. In conclusion, we can say that in this chapter, module, we have discussed the structure of Ashtadhyayi, the components of Ashtadhyayi, so the Pratyahara Sutras, Sutrapatha, Ganapatha, Dhatupatha. In addition to that, also the Unari Sutras, Fifth Sutras, Linganusasana. Thank you.